Hello, everyone. I am Ms. Shivak, and I am so excited to finally get to interact with you guys. I hope you guys are in a good situation and that everything's all right with you and your families. I hope you're also in a very comfy position because today we are going to be reading a story. So if you're not in a comfy seat, make sure you get yourself all comfy. And today, before we start, I just have a couple of questions for you. What does it mean to be kind? When I'm being kind, I can help my mom do the dishes or help my sisters with their homework. Can you think of some times that you've been kind? Maybe you helped a brother or sister clean their room or helped your parents garden outside. Today, we are going to be reading a story called Each Kindness by Jacqueline Woodson and illustrated by E.B. Lewis. This story is about a girl, Chloe, in a class that gets a new student, Maya. In this story, Maya looks to make new friends in her new school. But Chloe seems to not want to be friends. We're going to read to find out what happens. That winter, snow fell on everything, turning the world a brilliant white. Now just take a couple of seconds and close your eyes. I want you to imagine what that feels like. Imagine what winter feels like with lots of snow. Do you feel cold? I feel a little bit cold in the winter, and all I want to do is curl up with a nice warm blanket and sweater. One morning, as we settled into our seats, the classroom door opened and the principal came in. She had a girl with her and she said to us, "This is Maya." Maya looked down at the floor. I think I heard her whisper, "Hello." We all stared at her. Her coat was open, and the clothes beneath it looked old and ragged. Her shoes were spring shoes, not meant for the snow. A strap on one of them had broken. I'm trying to imagine what that must feel like. Some of you may have been new students before, and I know that it can be really scary when you join a new school or you can feel really nervous. And now, instead of a nice new outfit for her first day of school, she's wearing old clothes that are broken. How do you think you would feel if you were Maya in this situation? Just take a second and think about that. Our teacher, Miss Albert, said, "Say good morning to our new student," but most of us were silent. The only empty seat was next to me. That's where our teacher put Maya. And on that first day, Maya turned to me and smiled. But I didn't smile back. I moved my chair, myself, and my books a little further away from her. When she looked my way, I turned to the window and stared out at the snow. And every day after that, when Maya came into the classroom, I looked away and I didn't smile back. I don't know about you guys here, but I'm feeling a little troubled here, Maya comes in and she gets her new seat and she's in her new school and she smiles at the girl next to her trying to make friends. But Chloe chooses not only to not smile back, but also to move her and her things further away. I'm trying to be a good reader here, and when I read about a character not making a good decision, I try to think about what they should have done differently. What do you guys think Chloe could have done differently to be more kind to Maya? I think maybe she could have smiled back, maybe said hello. From now on, when you hear a part when you think Chloe could have done something differently, something nicer, I want you to put your hands on your head. We're going to see how many times she makes maybe a not so great decision. Let's keep going. My best friends that year were Kendra and Sophie. At lunchtime, we walked around the schoolyard, our fingers laced together, whispering secrets into each other's ears. One day, while we were near the slide, Maya came over to us. She held her hands open to show us the shiny jacks and tiny red balls she'd gotten for her birthday. "It's a high bouncer," she said, but none of us wanted to play. So Maya played a game against herself. I know that I have my hands on my head right now, and I bet some of you also have your hands on your head. I'm feeling a little sad for Maya. She's trying to include Chloe and her friends in her game, and they choose not to play with her. Have you ever asked someone to play that didn't want to play with you? How did that make you feel? I know when I want to play with someone that doesn't want to play with me, I feel sad and a little bit hurt. What do you think Chloe and her friends could have done differently to be more kind to Maya? Maybe they could have decided to play with Maya and then they'd be able to all play together and hang out. Maybe, let's hope anyway, that Chloe will make a better decision in the next part. Okay, let's try. That afternoon, when we got back into the classroom, Maya whispered to me, "Bet you can't guess who the new Jax champion of the world is." Behind me, Andrew whispered, "Chloe's got a new friend. Chloe's got a new friend." "She's not my friend," I whispered. Oh my goodness. My hands are so 100% on my head right now. That was really kind of mean, wasn't it? I know in all my other classes that everyone was friends with everyone. And I know that Miss Bracelli's second grade class is 100% the same. I think Chloe might need a friend to remind her that everyone is friends in her class and that she really shouldn't be so mean to Maya. The weeks passed. Every day we whispered about Maya, laughing at her clothes, her shoes, the strange food she brought to lunch. Some days Maya held her hand out to show us what she had brought to school, a deck of cards, pick-up sticks, a small tattered doll, whatever she asked us to play, we said no. I don't think I've put my hands down much since I put them up on top of my head. They're getting really tired. This tells me that Chloe is making a lot of bad decisions, and maybe she should be a little bit nicer to some of the girls around her. Let's hope that we'll all be able to put our hands out soon. The days grew warmer and warmer. The pond thawed. Grass began growing where snow had once been. One day, Maya came to school wearing a pretty dress and fancy shoes. But the shoes and the dress looked like they belonged to another girl before Maya. "I have a new name for her," Kendra whispered. "Never knew. Everything she has came from a secondhand store." We all laughed. Maya stood by the fence. She was holding a jump rope, but did not come over to ask us if we wanted to play. After a while, she folded it double, rolled the ends around each hand, and started jumping. She jumped around the whole schoolyard without stopping. She didn't look up once. She jumped, jumped, jumped. I'm going to put my hands down now to give them a break. Let's just take a moment, too, to imagine how Maya must be feeling. She's not new to the school anymore, but still no one will be her friend, and Chloe keeps being mean to her. And after a while, Maya even stopped asking her to play because they always said no. If I were Maya, I know I would feel really sad and upset. I would also feel very lonely because no one wanted to be my friend. What do you think Chloe should have done when Kendra made up the new mean name for Maya? I think I would have told Kendra that she was being mean and that maybe she should, we should all try to be friends and play together. Let's see, maybe Chloe will make a good decision. The next day, Maya's seat was empty. In class that morning, we were talking about kindness. Miss Albert had brought a big bowl into class and filled it with water. We all gathered around her small desk and watched her drop a small stone into it. Tiny waves rippled out away from the stone. "This is what kindness does," Miss Albert said. "Each little thing we do goes out, like a ripple, into the world." Then Miss Albert let us each drop the stone in as we told her what kind things we'd done. Joseph had the door open for his grandmother. Kendra helped change her baby brother's diaper. Even mean old Andrew had done something. "I carried the teacher's books up the stairs," he said. And Miss Albert said it was true. So now Maya is gone. And Miss Albert, their teacher, is trying to do a lesson on kindness. And all the students have to list an act of kindness that they've done. Have you guys done an act of kindness recently? Do you think Chloe's done one? Let's read and find out. I stood there, holding Miss Albert's rock in my hand, silent. Even the small things count, Miss Albert said gently, but I couldn't think of anything and passed the stone on. Why do you think that Chloe couldn't think of anything? What had she done instead of acts of kindness? I'm thinking back through the book and I'm trying to imagine what we already read, and I'm remembering that Chloe moved herself away from Maya. She wouldn't smile. They made fun of her. They wouldn't play with her. So I'm seeing a lot of maybe not so nice decisions and not nice actions. Let's see, maybe Maya will come back and maybe Chloe will think a little bit about what she's done. Maya didn't come to school the next day or the day after that. Each morning, I walked to school slowly, hoping this would be the day that Maya returned and she'd look at me and smile. I promised myself this would be the day I smiled back. Each kindness, Miss Albert had said, makes the whole world a little bit better. How do you think Chloe's feeling right now? She said, each morning I walked to school slowly, hoping this would be the day Maya returned and she'd look at me and smile. And I promised myself this would be the day I smiled back. This makes me think that she regrets what she did and she wants to make it better. Do you think Maya will get to come back to school so that Chloe will get the chance to fix her mistakes? Let's keep reading and find out. But Maya's seat remained empty, and one day Miss Alberts announced to the class that Maya wouldn't be coming back. Her family had to move away, Miss Albert said. Then she told us to take out our notebooks. It was time for spelling. That afternoon I walked home alone. When I reached the pond, my throat filled with all the things I wish I would have said to Maya. Each kindness I had never shown. I threw small stones into it over and over. I threw, watching the way the water rippled out and away, like each kindness done and not done, like every girl somewhere holding a small gift out to someone, and that someone turning away from it. I watched the water ripple as the sun set through the maples, and the chance of a kindness with Maya became more and more forever gone. The end. So I guess Chloe won't get the chance to show Maya some kindness, which is really, disappointing, because I think Chloe finally realized that she should have been nicer to Maya when she had the chance. And I think, this shows all of us too that we must all choose kindness first, right? And while we're all at home, I think we should practice being kind to our families, because that's who we have around us right now. Remember, kindness really, really counts right now, and always. I want to thank you all for reading with me, and I hope that you get to read with me again soon. If you're looking for something to do in connection with this book, I suggest writing a letter to maybe one of your family members, listing the ways that you can be kind to them. So I might write a letter to my mom saying, "Dear Mom, I can't wait to help you with the dishes and keeping my room clean to make it easier for you throughout the day. Love, Miss Shivak." That way, she knows that I'm looking to do kind things for her and trying to spread kindness around. As I said, thank you for reading with me. I loved reading to all of you, and I can't wait to read another book with you guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.